Hafa Day and welcome to GCA Today. I'm James Martinez with the GCA, and today we're going to talk about plumbing. And I have as our one of our guests for the program, Ms. Jessica Barrett. She's the president of Barrett Plumbing, and she's also president of the National Association of Women in Construction, or NAWIC. How are you doing, Jessica? How are you doing today?
Thank you. I'm doing well, and you?
Good. I'm doing just fine. You know, plumbing, when people talk about plumbing, they've got these images of, some old guy going under the sink with his pants coming down there, and, and that's the kind of image that's painted. But you're a female, you're a business, a woman-owned small business and hub zone type small business, but how did you get into this field? How did you get to owning Barrett Plumbing?
It was all from my dad. He started it 1972. He started it after learning his trade through the Navy apprentice program, and he was starting out small. He just did like little jobs for friends and family, and then it got to be where he was in demand and he was going to do it full time. So he basically stopped working at the Navy and started the business. And so it started with him and my mom, and it was just him at the time. And then he started hiring workers as the workload increased. He, because I have no brothers, it was me and my sister, and he passed the business down to us. He's semi-retired now. He comes in and spends like 4 months here, and then he'll go back. So he comes in and oversees the business. But it was because of him that the business is here, and he started it for our family. And so it's something that I'm really proud to carry on. And it's not something I would have chosen, but it's something that was graciously provided to me by my father and his hard work. And so for that, we're very happy to have the family business still going today.
So yourself personally, you got this training from your father. So, you can actually say, I'm a plumber, right?
Yes, actually, I learned first by sitting in on the meetings and looking at projects and how we oversaw things and how things were handled. And then after that, I went and I got certified with the Department of Labor as a plumber. So I am a certified plumber. And then I also did project management. So I've kind of, got schooling, and I have business management also. But really the best experience is hands-on on the field, out on the field and in the office doing that paperwork and those projects. It's really, you can't really learn it until you're sitting.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can't learn something in the field that you learn in the classroom. Everything is all based on experience. And so that's where you get most of your learning by doing that hands-on. So you were tagging along with your dad doing some of the work and also learning in the field?
Yes, so I would go with him. I'd see how he was doing stuff, and I'd just be his, go grab the thing and go get the tool.
Go get this, go get the wrench, go get the
go get the billing. And so it was fun. And then every morning he has meetings, short safety meetings, briefing meetings, and he would talk about some of the problems, or like we'd go over the work orders for the day, and he would say, okay, this looks like it could be that. So I would learn to troubleshoot, and from hearing what the customers tell us over the phone, or while we get the service order, I'll be able to gauge what needs to be done and kind of help guide the plumbers on what they're going to need to have to be prepared.
Okay, and now you're also the president of an association that are actually the National Association of Women in Construction, and I'm guessing that because of your position with Barrett Plumbing, being a tradesperson or a woman in what do they call those? A woman in non-traditional jobs
roles, yes.
And non-traditional roles, that they've established this organization, and a lot of them are actually women that are in the trades, or not. If they're not in trades, are working for a company that's in construction. Is that correct?
Yes, we have electricians, we have painters, we have even food preparers. The workers have to eat, and we've got like the magazines, Jerry's with us. So it encompasses a whole range of stuff as long as it relates to the construction industry. This is going on our fourth year for NAWIC. We are still growing, going through some growing pains and trying to increase membership. We're trying to cater the business, the gist of what NAWIC's about is to help those in business now. And I realize that having met with the ladies there at NAWIC, that a lot of us share the same issues, the same challenges while we run the business. And so we've had, little meetings, and we're trying to gear our training and our monthly luncheon meetings to help give those that are right there in the field, like with construction, first-hand experience and training for them to handle what comes their way.
Yeah, and speaking along those lines, what is the environment like these days for, women who want to get into some kind of a trade program in construction? What is the environment like these days versus when you first started with your dad
Oh,
and back in the
it's
70s?
really it's welcoming now. I mean, it's something that people aren't so surprised to see. I remember 10 years ago when I would walk into a meeting, when we'd have any kind of a briefing meeting or anything about a project, they would look at me and then they'd be like waiting for somebody else to walk in the door. So a lot of times I get that, this is not, where's your boss, right?
Where's the rope plumber, right?
Yeah, or my dad came with me once when he was visiting, and he would come around me to certain projects, and he was sitting with me, and they'd start talking to him, and they would totally ignore me, and he looked at them and said, "She's one you need to talk to." So I've encountered that, but now I think a lot of people are more open to the idea of women in this industry, and there's a lot of incentives for us to come in, and I think it's a good thing now. I've got two women. I've got potentially one and probably a second applicant for a woman to become certified in plumbing for under Barrett Plumbing. So we're going to have another woman certified plumber here.
Oh, great. Excellent. And Jessica, I know your company is a real strong supporter of not just the Guam Contractors Association, but also the GCA Trades Academy. You had some employees that have gone through training at the Trades Academy. I don't know if that included some of the female workers you're talking about.
Yes, she's going to go through that.
But you're actively involved in that, and also a great supporter and advocate of a program that both our organizations put together, which is the Pizza Pop and Power Tools.
Right, it's coming up this Saturday.
It's coming this Saturday. You've been to all the ones from the very beginning, and in fact, that's when you guys became the Guam chapter officially. The Guam chapter, that was kind of the launch for NAWIC on this. What do you think of young girls at the middle and high school level who are now thinking about getting into the construction field?
I think that's awesome. I got goosebumps. You can't see them, but every year I get these girls that come in, and some of them, they look and they're really clumsy. They don't want to handle it, and as soon as they get trained on it and they feel more comfortable, you can see them being empowered. And if anything, if it just sparks one of those young girls to venture outside of the typical woman roles in business or doing college, and they say, "Wow, I like to use my hands. I like to do this, and I like to create something. I want to build something." Then I think that's all worthwhile. Every year, the girls leave and they always have a good time. The event has gotten better every year, and it never ceases to amaze me the energy that the girls have coming in and how excited they really are to participate and build something. And that's we've got so many return students, so that's a very good sign that what we're doing is something that they're actively interested in, and that's already a plus just at this young age. Because when I was growing up, nobody ever told. We never had anything like close to this. Right, no, right. Yeah, and it wasn't anything. Girls, you'd be like you ask your brother to do. Go hammer the thing in the wall. So I think just by us getting them comfortable with using tools and seeing what they can do, and empowering them to see what their capabilities are, then I think that's a good start. It's such a great event, and every year it gets better.
And something else about the program too is it's only open to females in middle and high school. And so no boys are allowed to go there. And one of the reasons we do that is because, guys in the middle and even the high school level, they tend to show off a little bit. I can do that better than you. And so we don't want that. We want, like you said, to empower these girls to feel comfortable handling these power tools and operating some of the equipment that are there and actually doing hands-on experience with some of the work that's done in the construction trades. But based on the last 4 years with Pizza Pop and Power Tools, how do you foresee the future of women really starting to get into the industry? Do you see more of them maybe in the future after high school considering construction as one of their career paths?
I would certainly hope so. It's going to be a very it's one market where we have a shortage of workers, as we all well know here in the construction industry on Guam. It's a high demand for good workers, and like you said, college isn't for everybody. Accounting isn't for everybody. Some people like to be. I honestly prefer to be out in the field. I like to be out there. It's problem solving. It's ever changing. It's a different environment. It's quite brutal. It's hot. I can't lie. It's not it's not comfortable, but it is fun to be out there and getting a really good day's work. And I've been on a project where I had guys out there and they were out there for a day and we had to solve a problem that we were encountering, and it took me like 10 minutes on the site and we were able to figure it out. So sometimes having a woman's point of view, and it kind of brings a new an alternative that maybe they didn't see. And it was good to always work with the guys. We get stuff done, and maybe because I'm the boss, they work a little harder when I'm there. I don't know, but I like having that experience to go out there. And I think girls. I mean, I'm not your typical girl, but I think there's a lot of girls out there that have potential to do construction and do it well.
And probably even better than some of the guys, right?
Yes.
Hey, Jessica, thank you so much for joining us today. Good luck with your company. Good luck with the National Association of Women in Construction. And please continue to be an advocate for GCA and the GCA Trades Academy as well.
Yes,
so
always.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
And we'll see you again next week on GCA Today.